With the hustle and bustle of everyday life, finding space to nurture your creativity can be a challenge. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a small section of a room into an art studio oasis. We need to make room for art in our lives. Art teaches us so much about ourselves, and without it, life would be dull, lacking in beauty and lacking in deeper understanding of who and what we are. My workspace has been a cluttered mess for a while. It's time for a change. Time to get organized and nurture the thing that we love, the thing which energizes us, the thing which enriches our lives. I always say when something breaks, it's time for a change. Yes? First things first, clear the clutter. Creating a desirable space starts with a clean slate. But sometimes change is difficult. There is resistance. Things resist, but push on we must. If we want to make changes and achieve our goals, we have to be persistent, focused, and unrelenting. Whether you're just getting back into your art or just starting out, here's a list of basic supplies. I'll post a more extensive list in the description. It's okay to use inexpensive materials to begin with. What is important is, well, just to create. As you get more into your artistic endeavors, invest in more quality tools and materials. And not necessarily all at once, just one piece at a time. In terms of your studio, lighting is very, very important. If you don't have a window with natural light, invest in a couple of good desk lamps, especially if you're going to work into the night. An ideal spot is a spot next to a window. A great window has many benefits. Most likely a nice view, lots of vitamin D on a sunny day, and, believe it or not, being able to look close, as we do when we are drawing or painting, and then far into the distance as you would through a window, actually helps to maintain our eyesight. A bookshelf for all your art and reference book materials comes in handy. And don't forget some decorative items and some plants to really personalize your space. To keep yourself organized, you'll need storage of varying sizes, like containers, shelves, and drawers. Now that we have a clean canvas, it's time to make a concrete plan. It's good to visualize, write down or draw out what you want your space to look like. Do you really need that large table or desk? Do you need space for an easel? What are your seating options? Do you want to be able to sit on the floor and work? Do you need to be able to sit on the floor and work? Do you want a cozy nook where you can read? Do you need to create a separation between your studio space and the rest of the room? For me, a sofa creates that perfect separation. All that decided, let's turn this blank canvas into a masterpiece. Let's go shopping. So what is a trip to the stores without going into your favorite art supply shop? For me, it's like being a kid in a toy shop. Looking at all the materials that are available is for me like a treasure trove, like a world of possibility. But it's definitely time to exhibit constraint because I still have a lot of sorting out to do with my art materials. Okay, next up, let's find some storage. A chest of drawers would be nice, but working with a small budget, solid furniture might be out of the question. Additionally, I need storage that I can move around easily when needed, if I need to free up extra workspace. Remember, we're making a small studio oasis, so we need flexibility. I absolutely love wicker and rattan, but some of the storage and container shapes will not be practical or large enough for your needs. So I went for these light, practical, somewhat utilitarian Sterilite drawers. These 3 drawer containers are really great. I can stack them, I can lay them on the floor, I can move them around quite easily. Looking at all the pieces of storage in the stores will give you lots of ideas on how you can reuse things that you already have at home. Here I have a collection of things that I've gathered up from around the house. I got these makeup boxes at a garage sale. They cost me about $5 each, and they'll be just perfect for placing maybe some of my pencils or pens. Just look at this, 50 cents, beautiful. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this piece, but I'll have it for future use. Taking the step to be organized is going to help so much with your productivity. I believe that by setting up a dedicated place for creativity and by being more organized, you will create a fresh new chapter in your creative journey. It's so essential. We must make room for art. Just writing things down or drawing them helps us to take an idea in our heads just one step closer to reality. It's said that art helps us to be more autodidactic. That is, it increases our ability to self-learn. Creating a space that makes us feel good and that we're happy to be in, and being more organized helps us so much with our productivity and creativity. So, let's have a quick look at how I organize my materials and tools. I know where everything is and everything has a place. In this little cubby, I have some of my more professional and artist grade gouache and watercolours. So here I'm reusing a cabinet, or should I call it a set of drawers. I had a few things in it, but I found space for them elsewhere. This chest of drawers is so lightweight and versatile, I can easily move it around and reposition it if I want to. I found another smaller, similar set of drawers. This one will come in handy to put in more supplies. So you might have noticed that when I was in the store, I was actually looking at these sheer curtains. On sunny days, I can use these curtains perhaps to block out the glare. So when you make your plan, think about things that will come in useful. In this drawer, I've put electronic equipment that I'm not using. This mic is actually broken. And this drawer comes in really handy for all my pastels. Paper storage. The top drawers of this larger chest of drawers are really super handy for holding sheets of paper. I can use them to place completed works and works in progress. The drawers are perfect for small and medium-sized sheets of paper, but for larger sheets you can use a portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio like this, it's pretty easy to make one. You just need 2 large sheets of Bristol board or cardboard, and then just tape the edges together with some masking tape. These portfolios can be placed easily against any wall or in any corner when you're not using it. This next drawer has my masking tape and any kind of cloth or soft materials that I'll probably experiment with at some point. In the next drawer I have some inexpensive art materials that I can have fun experimenting with. At the very bottom drawer I have lots of bits and pieces like stencils, cards and stickers. So here's my newly bought set of container drawers, nicely stacked. This is where I keep bits and pieces of electronic equipment that I use regularly, like my chargers and plugs. The second drawer nicely holds all my sketchbooks, some big, some small. In the very last drawer, the bottom drawer, I've put all the heavy stuff like gels and varnishes and glues, stuff that I mainly use with my acrylic paints or oil paints. Instead of buying a rug, try using an old or inexpensive tablecloth. You can throw it down as a drop sheet, or if you're not using it, you can fold it up and put it away. Another thing you might take into consideration for your creative sanctuary is comfortable seating. Try alternating your seating options and avoid sitting in the same position all the time. Even better, sometimes sit on the floor and work. It's so much more natural and so much more better for you. Getting rid of a super large table in a small space frees up the area for use of an easel and the execution of larger paintings. Additionally, an easel often forces you to stand, which is always a good. For smaller spaces, you can use a desktop or portable easel, the kind you would take if you were traveling or, again, going to paint outside. A small to medium-sized table can easily be moved around your studio as needed, allowing you to work in different areas as you desire. As an artist or creator, you're always learning, so you'll need a spot for all the books that you have. I co-opted a shelf in the dining room area and placed a chair next to it. So go ahead and find that neglected corner. Turn it into a functional, organized, creative studio space. Personalize it with some of your favorite objects. And the beauty of it is it doesn't have to cost you much. Remember, recycle, repurpose, and reuse things around your house. Create a space where colors come alive, a canvas where you can find inspiration and create magic. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Wishing you much love